There are always risks in presenting yourself as a model, least of which is inviting people to scrutinize you for any and or all of your failings. St. Paul was confident that the new Christians in Thessalonica would find him a faithful witness to the gospel that he was preaching. In today's gospel, however, Jesus continues and holds up the scribes and Pharisees as hypocrites, precisely for not living up to that high standard that they claimed as spiritual leaders and models. Hypocrite. It's a Greek word, you know, for actors who wore masks on stage, and perhaps maybe not on stage as well in these days. They're described as models, one thing in appearance, but another in fact. Their pious public faces hid lives of corruption and contradiction. Jesus uses some of the harshest language in the Gospels to describe their hypocrisy. They're like whitewashed tombs, he says, stately and shining on the outside, but inside full of dead men's bones and every kind of filth. Jesus' greatest indictment of them is that they were supposed to help others find God. Instead, they blocked access and burdened people with intricate theological stumbling blocks and their own scrupulosity and legalism. They did not practice what they preached. The God of mercy was kept distant and unapproachable, as a fearsome judge only reachable by these special, professional intermediaries. They extracted money from poor widows, neglected their own parents, and made a mockery of religion's purpose to promote justice and show compassion. Politics and religion, perhaps because they are paths to power, seem to attract more than their share of deceivers. Only by exposing their contradictions and deceptions can they be rooted out. True models must be transparent and humble, enough to share the common foibles that make them believable to ordinary people. Paul does that in his letters, doing what he asks others to do, listening to his critics and acknowledging his own mistakes. He lived by the mercy he preached, having gone through his own painful conversion to become an apostle. The scripture readings yesterday, today, and in the days ahead will offer some more challenging images of hypocrisy. The Word is a living voice addressing us and our own world right now. We'll celebrate St. Monica and her son, St. Augustine, before week's end, whose stories include tears and a difficult conversion inspired by God's mercy. We'll also hear about the demands of servant leadership, those who stay awake and do what they are supposed to do by caring for others, how they will be honored, while those who abuse their authority will be called out as hypocrites and will be punished. To be good models helps us to be better people. Parents and teachers and all public figures have an important role in informing others. Good and evil, they're contagious. So community really depends on good people to inspire and to set an example for others, particularly for the young. It might be helpful for us to take stock as we shift into a new program here on how we're doing.